it's...
Oh, and Maverick on the line! Who hit that?
Dixon in the driver's seat. Ingram behind him down the back straightaway. A little bit of juking out there. It's like a football field.
Yeah, taking some IndyCar lines down the back straightaway. Ingram really closes up on the back bumper of the 15. He's all over it as we go through 3 and 4. He's there on the bottom. He's sitting inside. Towing to the checker flag. Oh, the all 3 of them around.
Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. So Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Richmond Raceway for tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series live on JTN. As always, folks, I'm your host, JoeTowNetwork. Alongside me tonight, the one, the only, Mr. Ricky Collette. Welcome back to the Virginia State Capitol, Ricky.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. It's glad to be back. We've been kind of bopping around the East Coast here, but we keep seeming to lead back to Virginia. Doing Martinsville last week, a few good shots of Martinsville last week, go down the coast of Daga, now we're all the way back up in Virginia here again for Richmond.
And we're going to be racing in Iowa Saturday night for the USRL playoffs, and we're going to be back here at Richmond on Tuesday with Hobo Racing, but tonight, the best of the Bomb Squad Racing League here in the Cup Series at Richmond. I mean, it's going to be a fantastic show, folks. It's going to be short track racing at its best underneath the lights on a Thursday night. Make sure, if you haven't already, you've hit that subscribe button. We're going to tell you to do it all throughout the night because we're on our road to 550 subscribers. We're halfway there from the 500 from a couple weeks ago. Had our best month ever in March. Going to continue to keep going on that trend and have our best month ever here in April. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the like button on the video. We love the support, guys. We appreciate you guys so much. And, yeah, that's our cold open for the night, Ricky. 160 laps here for this race. It's a long one. Again, Richmond can be a really tough track, especially when you're racing so close to guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And Richmond's kind of a tricky beast. Depending on, half-mile track here, it's definitely, by all accounts, a short track. That's 0.75 miles, actually. My apologies. 3/4 of a mile. But that bit banking in these turns. 14 degrees of banking. So it's kind of a crapshoot every time you come to Richmond about what kind of racing you're going to see here. Sometimes it's 1 lane, sometimes it's 2 lanes, sometimes it's at the top, sometimes it's at the bottom. Never really know. There's a lot of... It's a short track with a speedway attitude with about it. I think that's the best way to describe Richmond.
Short track with a speedway attitude. I think that's a great way to describe Richmond. We've seen... in the NASCAR Cup Series in recent years, we're starting to see a second line develop. I don't think we're going to see that tonight. What would your opinion on that be? No opinion. Great. Gotta love it. Ricky Collette, man of many words.
Wait. So yeah, I don't think we'll see. I think we'll see an inside line. Yes.
Yeah.
Again, immersion. NR 2003. This is vanilla Richmond. We're talking about 2003 Richmond here. Think back to the days of asphalt sealer. The slick racing surface. It's very much going to be a 1-lane track. It's going to be a 1 lane around the bottom. You can make that high line work. It's a little more doable than, say, at Martinsville where we were last week. But it's still tough. That turn 2 wall really catches you. It really comes at you quick. It's almost like the backstretch wall of Texas at a much smaller scale, where it's a very wide turn, a wide diameter turn between 1 and 2, and then that wall just kind of comes out of nowhere and hits you at a weird angle. So you're always kind of pushing it off that turn. It's hard to really get a good high line rolling off of there.
Our good buddy Randall Coleman would be able to tell us something about that. Hey, yo! Welcome to the chat, Mr. J Perfect. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Appreciate your support as always. And folks, if you want to get involved in the chat, get involved with the broadcast. That's how you do it. You type a little comment in the chat. If you have questions throughout the broadcast, we are more than happy to answer them. And we love having conversations with you guys during the races. It's a great way for us to, talk with you guys and kind of show you what you want, what you really, really want here on the Speedway. Folks, make sure to use code JTN at checkout at CircleBDiecast.com for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. That was your BSR Cup Series race preview, brought to you by CircleBDiecast.com, your home for all racing-related apparel, and especially diecast, because diecast is in the name. Hey, yo, qualifying starting to come to an end here, Ricky. Make sure you don't hit the wrong button. I'm going to remind you of that throughout the night, because you think you're going to do it.
I don't even have my hand on the mouse. It's off in the cursor's like all the way off screen. I'm just not touching it. I'm not going near it. I'm not doing anything.
We're going to have a fun time here. Short track racing underneath the lights. Whew, whew, whew. Richmond's always a fun track, too. I mean, there's a lot of memorable moments. I think of Ricky Rudd jumping across the race cars. Or was that Ricky Rudd? That was Ricky Rudd, right?
It was Harvick.
Or was that Harvick doing it?
That was a Bristol, wasn't it, with Biffle?
No, there isn't. There was Ricky Rudd and Harvick
here.
Here.
With Ricky Rudd. Yeah, he got into a fight with Ricky Rudd here. I think it was 2002.
And then I think back to the Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch battle a few years ago, and just a lot of great Richmond races in the books. But Ricky, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
With pleasure, Joe. For tonight's race, we got about 16 car field here, so a little bigger than a little bigger than what we saw, for example, earlier in the week at Dover, and I think a little bigger than maybe Martinsville. I can't remember off the top of my head. But 16 cars here. Of those 16 cars, 12 took a time in our qualifying trials, and on pole naturally is the 118 car of Robert Bauckham at its time of 21.361 seconds.
Hey, Robert Bauckham fast at a short track. Color me shocked.
Starting on the front row with him will be the 28 car BSR Keith MC with a time of 21.441. Starting in third, BSR Terry Scott in the 66. BSR Chevy Chase in the 096 will be starting fourth. And last car in top five will be Nelly in the 103 car. Greg Lavelle, BSR Greg Lovell in the 088 car will be starting sixth. Rich Craddock will be starting alongside him in that same row. In the 22 car, BSR Magoo in the 144 car will be starting 8th tonight. BSR Ricky J in the 193 starting 9th. And BSR Silver Bullet in the 4 will round out the top 10 this evening. Dan Lovell in the 388 car will be starting tonight from the 11th position. Denny Daniels in the 37 will be starting 12th. BSR Furco in the 19 car will be starting 13th tonight. The 021 car, BSR Aussie Bill, will be starting in the 14th position. Monte Keller in the 028 will be starting in the 15th spot. And, my apologies, 17 cars here tonight. I miscounted. BSR Brain Fade in the 49 will be starting in the 16th spot. And then rounding out the field in the 17th position will be the 2 car of BSR RJ Rusty.
I'm getting his car right now. Because I noticed I was missing it. Version break in a little bit there, huh? But,
okay, I'll kill some time here. His cars, they're on track. They're going around the track. They're looking. They're going around the track. It's still practice. Denny Daniels hits a wall.
Glad to hear it's still practice.
Oh, it's happy hour. Practice. It's happy hour. Happy hour.
All right, we got a game crash. There we go. That's
all right. There we go. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. We're gonna see if we can get. We'll be right back here on JTN. And back on JTN. Look at that. Nice and smooth.
There we go.
Love to see it.
You just love to see it.
Off to a great start tonight, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. No, the thing is, you get that one crash and usually good for the rest of the night.
I hope that's what it is. That was not Bristol barking in the background.
That was my dog.
What's your dog's name, Ricky?
Rocky.
Rocky?
Yeah.
Alright, I still don't have the 2 car. Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy. You got another minute if you want to give it a shot.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I believe it's on their site under the car set.
You're going to have to find it for me because I can't find it.
On their site?
Yeah, I can't.
Alright, 1 second. I'll send it to you.
All right, folks, we're gonna get this because we want to give old
We'll get tech
BSR
support.
RJ Rusty.
Yeah, no, I got it. You just kind of riff for a minute.
We want to make sure that we got his car here, ready to get racing here at Richmond. Because I want to make sure. I always want to make sure we get the sponsors right, and that's the big thing. These guys they take time to make these cars, and that's all part of showcasing their talents. It's also showcasing their paint schemes. So we'll make sure we do that. Also, I guess you're not getting bored of the Richmond laps, so that's pretty good, right?
We're gonna pour some Richmond laps.
Never.
Let's see. What is this car name? Hang on, I got this. I'm looking. Is that it? Try sending that to you. Let's see if that's the right one. Scrambled here with a quick little bit of tech support while we're waiting. Because you know that's what the professionalism is.
Oh, tell me about it.
I think that's it. I think I sent you the right one.
There are a lot. I think I just
check your messenger.
okay.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
Okay, I think I got it.
2_2020 gen6.cup.car. Oh, it's not sending. Thank you, messenger. I sent it to you, and I was like, why is it not? Did it send yet? It didn't send. Okay. Whichever one is the 2020
Gen 6.
Gen 6.
All right,
yeah.
I got that one.
All right, cool. Back on the board here.
You make sure send a message over real quick so they know not to start because I'm not in there, and we're gonna have to. Yeah.
We got 25 seconds, Joe.
Okay, well, we'll be right back here on JTN one more time. Back on JTN, getting ready to get this race underway here from Richmond. Sorry for the difficulties at the start here.
Right at the command, too. Perfect timing on that. That is called impeccable timing right there.
Oh, looks like they reset it.
Oh, they rolled it back. Okay. Someone was watching. I didn't have enough time to say anything. They were rolling it back. I was just like, okay, it's going to take you 20 seconds to upload the card. All right, we're all set.
Here we go. Thank you to the boys at Bomb Squad Racing for
reading minds here.
For dealing with us, because we are off tonight.
I don't have the 388 now. It doesn't matter for me because I'm not broadcasting. So
hey, what do you know? So, folks, really appreciate you. Whoever figured that out, you deserve a prize. Don't know what the prize is. How about a high five? Bam, or an elbow. I guess it has to be an elbow right now, but maybe a high five down the line.
A high elbow.
High elbow. Get the command to start these engines on up and get this race underway.
Drivers, start your
There it is. Command to start engines here.
Fans are on their feet, ready to go racing. Row 1, Robert Bauckham and Keith MC. Row 2, 66 of BSR Terry Scott and BSR Chevy Chase. Row 3 is Whoa Nelly in the 103, and then the 088 of our good buddy, Mr. Greg Lovell. Row 4 is going to be that 22 ski machine, Rick Craddock, and then Magoo out there in the outside, to his outside, and then old Ricky J and Silver Bullet round out the top 10 for the start of this race. Field is making their way through turns 3 and 4 to get this thing underway. Fans are on their feet. So happy you're joining us here on a wonderful Thursday night. And we're green from Richmond.
Good start by Robert Bockham there in the 118. Spun the tires, it looked like a little bit, but it looked like everyone else was doing that. But we already got a car around to turn 1, Joe. BSR Ricky J in the 193 car. And that's going to put us under our first caution here on lap 1.
Not the way you want to start a race. Let's get you a replay. And if this crashes the game again, my goodness, folks at home, I'm going to be sad.
Looks like these guys hadn't even gotten up to speed yet. The 193 only in 3rd gear, and it looks like Ricky J slowed up a little earlier than 388 was anticipating and got into the back of him.
Oh, and that's just a tough break.
Just a tough break right there. Doesn't really seem like, honestly, it doesn't seem like anyone really got any damage out of that. So, all in all, I don't think anyone's necessarily worse for wear out there. Come down, get some 4 tires, count your blessings, it wasn't more, and keep rolling. Moderate damage here tonight, so if there's anywhere to take a ton of shots, it's a short track. We saw this happen in Martinsville last week, too, where a lot of guys out there kept getting into accidents, but they got a lot of very soft collisions on that moderate damage. Didn't really do a ton to their handling on their cars, just sort of cost them more time on pit road. So BSR Ricky J should be able to get right back in this thing.
Right back into it. Huh.
Right back into
Right back into the mix of things.
Right back into the swing of mixing.
And I still don't have the 2 car. My goodness.
Okay.
I am so sorry to
I can
no, we're
No, I can describe it real quick just so the
right,
viewers at home
go.
know. BSR RJ Rusty is driving a 2 Ford Mustang, the same exact color and color scheme and sponsor as the 103 of Nelly, just with inverted colors. So instead of a blue on a white base, it's a white on a blue base.
So, folks, I know we're asking you to use your imagination. It's the end of the work week.
Really think about it.
We really want to make sure we get all the sponsors for these guys. And again, I apologize. I always feel so terrible about that when that happens. But hey, live and learn.
Live and learn. Notes for next week.
Aussie Bill, Ricky J coming down pit road, as well as Furco.
I love that 021 of Aussie Bill there, Joe. It's a Holden Commodore. Nothing about it. Look at those numbers. We're talking about, if they move the numbers off the door, what the car's going to look like. Look at those teeny tiny numbers on that.
Hey, you get big sponsors on the side. If they do it right, like this is obviously painted up like a V8 supercar. If they do it right, it will be good. It's just the problem of, I think, that initial tryout that we saw in the NASCAR All-Star race last year, it wasn't done right.
I just love this differing philosophy on how some of these guys do their cars. A lot of these guys kind of set them up the normal NASCAR way, but every now and then, I can't remember over here. I know a few guys at Hobo do this, where they'll do kind of like the short track method of the roof numbers and flip them around so that it's right side up relative to the crowd as opposed to any kind of TV camera.
Right.
But then so a lot of these guys out here got the normal orientation. You got Aussie Bill. He doesn't have a number on the roof. He's got some sponsors up. Well, actually, he does have the number. 2 numbers up there on the roof. He's got a bunch of sponsors, just like normal V8 supercars. Just a lot of different ways of going around this. I enjoy it. We got Holdens out here. We got Fusions. We got Chevys. We got Toyotas. We got a few different kinds of Chevys. A few different kinds of Fords. We got a Dodge. We got Dodge Dart and a Dodge Charger. Just everyone's out here having a good time.
Everyone, that's what we do here at Bomb Squad. I remember the first time I got on the pleasure of talking to BSR Magoo about coming out and doing these races. With, I think it was Silver Bullet was there too. We talked a lot about, the big thing that they really emphasized was these guys have a lot of fun. And you gotta love that about a racing league, right? A lot of times I think we see leagues that get a little too competitive. So it's fun to see a league where the guys, they're still competitive, right? It's not to say that these guys aren't trying to win. They're not trying to make passes. That's not what we're saying at all, or I'm saying, I guess. I don't want to put words in your mouth, Rick. But I called you Rick, too. But, they have a fun time out here. We're pretty much lining up like we did on the start, but we'll go through it again. Robert Bockham and Keith MC, row 1. Row 2, Terry Scott and Chevy Chase. 088, that is Greg Lovell in that Texaco machine. Then you got the 103 of Nelly to his outside. 22 Ski Machine, that's Rick Craddock with Magoo in the 144 outside of him. And then old Silverbolt in that 4 Coors Light machine. I guess that name makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? With the 028 of Monty Keller to his outside for this restart at the back of the top 10. Pace car gonna make the hard left turn down pit road here. Make sure you don't hit that wall because boy, oh boy, it hurts. Makes his way down pit road. Robert Balkan leading us back to green. There it is. Green flag is back out once again here at Richmond.
Robert Bachman gets a really good start there, but Keith has seen really closed up coming down the back straightaway here, Joe, right on his back bumper coming into turn 3.
Yeah, that 28 really rolled the center really well. Magoo way up the track in turns 3 and 4. There you see that red and yellow car gets out of the way, stays up and out of everybody's way, but big loss of track position for the 144.
Yeah, it's tough, but right now, early in the race, when you want to do it, kind of regroup and get rolling. We got another wreck in turn 2. 388 of Dan Lovell and the 2 of BSR RJ Rusty.
Oh no. Get your
Puts
replay.
under caution once more.
Oh, and it's the same thing.
This time, looks like 388
no.
of Lovell actually threw it in a little deep
Yeah.
there. At least for what his setup was set up to. Maybe his car is just a little too rotating just a little too much, maybe a little too much rear weight in that thing. But the rear end kicks out on it. It looks like he's just along for the ride.
Well, and a lot of speed for the first. That's like that's your first time up to speed entering that corner. It's kind of weird with the way the banking is, right? The front straightaway is pretty evenly banked with the turns here, more so than a lot of other tracks, in my opinion at least. But then again, I'm up in the booth now, so you know, whatever floats your boat. But
especially with cold tires out here, though.
Yeah.
It gets a little treacherous on those first few laps.
Treachery.
Treachery is afoot.
Treachery is afoot. Well, folks, we'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight here from Richmond. Couple little incidents to start this thing, but that's a-okay. Most of these guys still with clean race cars, so that's in the end of the day what you want to see, because that means less work for the teams during the week back at the shop. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to us here at JTN. That goes such a long way in helping support us. And honestly, that is the best way to help support us here at JTN. Is making sure you hit the like button on the videos and subscribe. New episode of the Fake Racers podcast came out earlier today. Recorded it way late last night, but it was a banger of a video. Go check it out. Tell Davey and I where we went wrong on our opinions, but we talked about Jimmy Johnson debuting at Barber this weekend. We talked about Martinsville, obviously, the significance of Josh Berry's win, as well as talking about SHR's struggles early on in the year and why that is. And we also looked forward to Richmond this weekend with the NASCAR series. But right now, we're here with Bomb Squad Racing at Richmond, and it's been I'm really interested to see how this shakes out, because we know Bauckham is really good at these short, flat tracks, right? This is still a relatively flat track. We know he's good at these types of tracks, but boy, oh boy, that 28 Keith MC, he was hunting them through the center of the corner that restart.
Yeah, he was definitely hunting them there, which was surprising me because Bauckham had a really good qualifying lap. It seemed like he had a really good setup for tonight. But maybe that 28 Havilland machine's got a little more juice in that oil than we expected. Yeah, Robert Baukham's hard to beat these short tracks. We saw it last week at Martinsville. He just absolutely put a clinic out on the field there and walked away with the victory. So he's no slouch on these short tracks. He's usually the guy to beat out here. He just really has a good knack for running these tracks. Does it so much in real life too that it's kind of second nature to him now.
Yeah.
So he's a hard guy to beat here tonight. But Keith MC early on here looks like he's got something for him. He's got something that he's we got 28 car. I don't think we've seen his entire hand just yet.
And they're using up the doors already. I don't think you want to use them up right now, especially under yellow.
Yeah, well, that's kind of And have a good time on the way.
You gotta have a fun time, right? You gotta have a good time. Have fun.
Yeah, have a good time. Good time, having a good time. Everyone's having a good time here. The pace car's coming off turn 4. Hopefully we get the one to go here. I would assume we will. The 19 was 1 lap down, so that might be why this is going a little longer. Have a lap car on the score pylon.
There we go.
There it is. Lights are out on the pace car, so Robert Baucom's going to lead him back to the green here. Not much change in the position from our last restart there.
Magoo lost a lot of spots.
Yeah, with the exception of Magoo and a few of the guys at the back here. I got the 19 and Magoo back down on pit road right now, so we make some wholesale adjustments on those cars, throwing everything at the kitchen sink at them. Trying to get them to kind of hook up a little more here.
Julian Wilson writes in, that's all our KJ, I believe. Yeah. No. Killjoules.
Yep,
Tuning in, saying, good track to use them up at, beating and banging. Yeah, they were doing it under yellow. I don't think they want to do it then, but it's going to be a good race, folks. You don't want to miss it. Just take it from one of these drivers here at Bomb Squad Racing. Take it from them. Pace car makes its way down pit road. We get ready to go back green, and there it is. Green flag once again at Richmond.
Come 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 through the turn here. 088 of BSR Greg Lovell kind of wiggled a little bit coming off turn 4 there. Had a much higher line. Almost just got a little bit ahead of that 66 of Terry Scott there. Actually, there's enough space to fall in line here, so put Greg Lovell up to that 3rd position.
Making it work on the outside line.
Oh, further back here, 2-car BSR RJ Rusty to the inside of the 028. Monte Keller way down to the bottom of the track. 028 trying to run that higher line. Actually getting a run off the turn. I wasn't expecting to see that tonight.
Yeah, that car looked a little loose there off the corner, though.
Yeah, well, you know, loose is fast. The 19 of BSR Furco lighting him up, trying to keep that car under him in turn 3 there.
I don't think you want to use those rear tires up too much. Might make that car even looser.
And we got battle for the lead here, Joe. 28 of BSR Keith FC to the inside, the 118 of Robert Baucom. 080 and Craig Lovell's there. 28 throws it deep, and he's going to get past Baucom for the lead.
And Baucom threw it in deep. He really went up the track, and that almost let Lovell there in that 088 make a move for the 2nd position, but moved Keith MC up to the lead. I am struggling.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm very tongue-tied tonight. Oh, we got another caution here, Joe, on track. Looks like it's for the 388 of Dan Lovell.
Let's get you a replay.
At 388 Lovell, looks like the car just kind of kicks loose coming off of turn 4 there. There's a very long spin here. You can see he's countering it. It just keeps sliding and sliding and sliding, and it doesn't really come to a stop until well past the start-finish line.
And how do you adjust that car? Because that's just a sign, I think, because we saw the last incident got loose on the entry of the corner with the transition. How do you adjust the car? Because those are two completely different things, loose on entry and loose off.
I think you're definitely going to want to put a lot of wedge into it to tighten it up. Coming off the turn there definitely means the track bar is not where it needs to be. Probably needs to come down a lot more. Hopefully he doesn't have a huge spread. If he has a huge spread between his left and right track bar, that could also do it too. Just make the car really, really temperamental on corner exit to the point where it just spins out without warning. So definitely wanting to lower down that track bar if you can. Kind of get that differential a little lower down and get the car a lot more snugged up. Will probably do him some good.
All but 4 cars pit. Those 4 cars being Keith MC, Magoo, RJ Rusty, and Furco. Those last 3 pit that last yellow, but everyone else down on pit road right now to get 4 fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles.
I don't know just yet about those 4 fresh. Denny Daniels in the 37 coming off pit road here. He's going to beat all these guys except for Baucom, who had a really good pit stall there. We'll see how they score this. I think Denny did not beat Baucom to the line, but we'll
see.
Denny Daniels took 2 ties there, definitely. It looks like he's going to slow down for Robert Baucom, yeah. So Baucom really benefiting from that first pit stall right there.
Furco coming down pit road now.
And a leapfrog people. This honestly is a good time to start experimenting with that tire strategy. You know, early in the race here, 160 laps, only 20 laps into this event. Not really a huge run on those tires, so it's not a huge gamble staying out, but it will give you an indication of how good or how bad the car is going to be. Kind of figure out if clean air is what you need tonight to be fast, or mechanical grip is really where the name of the game is.
I like mechanical grip. It's fun.
I like vice grips because they hold things, and that's mechanical grip because it's mechanical.
Is that what you learned? Or
No.
with your degree?
No.
What did you learn?
I learned that a 3D printer makes Pac-Man sounds because it's funny.
Using our education to its fullest.
Yeah, actually, that is actually true. The machine shop in my college, they had a 3D printer. I think they had a few of them, but the one that they had in the machine shop, it was really weird, is that it very clearly was like had a speaker on it or something, but it was like playing Pac-Man noises as it was laying down material. So it's like obviously noises that it doesn't need to be making because it's just a electric motor moving around, but like
Putting some filament down.
yeah, it sounded like I was painting an 80s cyberpunk future.
Well, you know, a couple times.
A couple times. Now, you know, this is going to be an interesting startup here because Keith MC...
No tires.
Yeah, no tires. But we haven't really seen a lot from BSR Magoo yet up here. You know, he threw a big adjustment at that car last time under pit stops, so it'll be kind of a baptism by fire for that 144 machine to see if that he's got that car set up to the way that he wants, or if there's going to be some handling woes there.
And row 2 is going to be RJ Rusty and Robert Bauckham. Bauckham with 4 fresh tires, then Denny Daniels. And the 088 of Greg Lovell. The 37 with 2 tires. That 088 has 4. And then from here on out, 4 tires, Terry Scott, Nelly, and then Chevy Chase and Rich Craddock rounding out your top 10 for this restart, coming to you on lap number 24. Pace car leads the field through turns 3 and 4, makes the hard left turn down pit road, and we get ready to go. We wait. Green flag, we're back racing from Richmond. Really good start there by the 28.
Good start by the 28, but Magoo's not too shabby about hanging with that leader there. Did a pretty good job of it. Gonna be following him right down the straightaway here. Gets the wall a little bit, though. You don't want to do that because that's going to lose his momentum. Robert Baukham's going to get back to the inside.
Bauckham gets the inside. Magoo quickly shuts the door on the 37 of Denny Daniels and looks to have a little bit of momentum coming down the front straightaway. Battle on right now for the 5th position, rather. That's Greg Lovell to the inside of the 2. Now Nelly to the inside of the 2 car.
Just 3 wide back here for the 10th position, Joe. BSR Ricky J in the middle between the 028 and the 4. And they all get through that clean.
I was going to say, I don't think they did, because the 028 might have scratched that right side paint a little on that outside wall coming off the corner.
That's true. And down the turn here, 096 with BSR Chevy Chase, sizing up that 66 a little bit. Can't pull it off here. He's going to get Ricky J right in his back bumper. Going to try to stick that nose to the inside of that 096 car. Can't pull it off just yet, though.
Ricky J in that 193/93, whichever one you'd rather say. Making some moves on the inside line. Had the early yellow, or was involved in the early yellow, sent him to the back. Now starting to make his way back up at least to where he started, up inside the top 10.
Oh, big moment off turn 2 there. BSR Magoo kicked out that rear end hard on that 144 car. Great save by that Chevy Camaro there.
I'm pleasantly surprised with how well the 144's holding up right now.
Honestly, his lap times aren't too bad. They're pretty in step with the leader.
Just because that was our, the run before this was our first big green flag run, as we're under yellow once again.
Let's get 388 and maybe the 021 and 19.
Let's see. Replay says...
Oh, the 388 and the 021.
388 right into the back of the 021, sends him up and into the wall. 388 involved.
Oh, that's a hard shot. That's not the one that Aussie Bill wants to see head on into the wall full speed like that.
Moderate damage might help, but definitely going to have some motor problems the rest of the night.
We'll have to see when he gets down pit road here, because he definitely nosed it into that outside wall pretty hard, but I don't see any visible damage. Usually when you have motor damage, you have at least some kind of tell that there's front end damage, like the hood's bowed up just a hair or something like that. Have to
Yeah.
see when he gets down on pit
If we
road here.
if we look live, it looks okay.
Yeah,
I
it
would
looks
think
like it's in
there's-
one piece.
There's probably something they're gonna have to do underneath the hood of that car, but the Holdens are pretty tough.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of split decision here in pit road. Some of these guys coming down. The 028, 388, obviously the 49, the 2, and the 28, and the 103. So the 4, the 19, the 22, the 096, 93, 66, 088, 37, 144, and 118 all stay out. So Keith MC giving up a good bit of track position here for the sake of getting those tires. Maybe trying to get...
He's still
game
stopped
that
in his
fuel
box.
window.
I have a feeling he had to run to the porta john.
Oh, that could be possible.
Gotta be quick. I think that's him behind the pit box.
You know what, Joe? BSR Aussie Bill, they got him pretty quickly. They got him up pit road pretty quickly. I did not see him sitting in that stall for that long. So if he lost any power, it's not a lot of power.
Hey, that's what we
BSR
like to
Keith
hear.
MC still sitting on pit road.
Still sitting on pit road. Bauckham and Magoo battling it out for the lead right now.
And I think Keith MC just lost a lap, actually.
He did.
That's very unfortunate. That might actually put the 21 into a very tight spot here. 28, I mean, my apologies. Just came back out on track. We'll see where he comes back out in the shuffle. I would imagine he can't get that lap back.
Hey, I wouldn't want to sit in the bucket of the seat for the rest of the race. And by
That
it,
is-
I mean
yeah, that is
your
very true. But,
wastewater.
with the rate that we're getting cautions right now, I don't think it will be hard for Keith to make those back. If
See,
theoretically,
you say that, but now we're gonna go green to the finish.
you never know, Joe. Richmond's a
fickle
tricky beast.
A
It's
fickle trap.
I would say the beast to the southeast, but I think Charlotte already laid claim to that name in like 2004.
Yes.
So I don't know, the beast of the south, north, mid-east.
Of the north-south.
Mid-east, kind of. But BSR Keith MC caught back up to the field here. Only car a lap down right now. That's another important distinction here. So Keith doesn't have to race anyone. He doesn't have to really keep up with anyone. Doesn't really have to keep up with the leader. He just needs to make sure that he stays only one lap down and that a caution comes out before he gets lapped again or the leader laps anyone.
Yeah, and for that reason, I think he'll let these guys single out, and then once they're single file, he'll probably start trying to make his way up, because we know he's got a fast car, right? We know he's a guy that can be up towards the front in this race, so would figure he'll make his way back up there, lap down or not.
Yeah, the tricky part there, too, is those, what kind of, and this is not me asking this to editorialize or anything, this is me asking like a rhetorical question, you know, what is his place in the field right now? What was that 28 car thinking? You know, does he think it's better courtesy to be staying behind these guys and letting them race since they're all in the lead lap? Does it make more sense to kind of weave through them and get up to those leaders so they can stay in check with them if they get a long green flag run here so that they can't start lapping cars and knocking them out of that lucky dog position? There's got to be some decisions made by that 28 car as we go back green this time by, coming down the back straightaway here. Lap going to be coming green to lap 34. Randall Coleman still leading. BSR hanging tough in that second spot.
Hanging tough in that second spot, and was able to work the outside line on that last restart, so let's see if he can do it again. Magoo on the outside, Bauckham on the inside, coming down into the restart zone, and back away we go. Green flag once again at Richmond.
Magoo had a pretty good restart there. Almost seems like the way his car's geared up, though, a little bit, is that his second gear is just a little taller. Doesn't have the same acceleration.
118 really checked up that inside line through the center. I think we've seen throughout the night Bauckham kind of, on the initial start to a run, he's just a tick slower through the center than a lot of these guys. Magoo clear for second, battle on for third between Lovell and Daniels.
And it's got to be careful with that 93. Ricky J's right there. That car is fast, and he might actually try to leapfrog the 37 on the outside line here.
And is that just the two tires on that 37 really hurting him right now?
It could be. Maybe that high line's better than we thought, too. And also, that 93 of Ricky J, I think the 93 is pretty dang fast here, Joe. He's putting up his best lap is comparable with the leader. 6.99 to the leader's 21.649. So Ricky J's got a really fast machine here tonight.
Oh, and it's caution is out, and it's the 4-car Silver Bullet, Keith MC. Don't know if he stopped or was involved. Let's get you a replay. See what happened.
was around on track.
Here's the incident. 388 goes down into the corner, makes contact with the 4.
Yeah, makes contact with the 4 there, kind of a mirror
Oh, and
of
that
what we
got
just saw
Keith
last time by.
when when he came back down the track. That's where he got the 28.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Keith MC. Nothing he could do there. Just came out there. Just that's a hard shot. I hope he didn't get a ton of damage off that. I could see the hood bowed up just a hair on that 28 car.
Or you see the incident out front, and the 388 turns back down the track, and bam, right across the nose. Aussie Bill also involved. Nowhere to go for him.
I have to see here how this 28 fares, but I think that he should still be the lucky dog. I know that he was involved in the incident, but I believe the lucky dog rule is just that you're not the cause of the incident. So we'll see. We'll have to see here. But 28 car down on pit road. 28 car, excuse me, on pit road. BSR Brain Fan, the 49, the 19 of Furco stay out here. So we'll see if that's a points play or if they're actually intending to stay out here. Because these guys did pit last restart for tires.
I think it'd be a good play. What, we got a lap and a half? Go for it, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad
I think
idea.
that's
Well, Brain Fade's coming down now, so Furco's going to hang out here. I'll see if he stays out or if he makes a decision to come in.
Stays out this time, like you said. But it's a lonely place out there right now for Furco.
I'll have to see. Furco has an option here. He could stay out if he wanted to. I just don't know how that would fare against Robert Bockham here, Magoo, Greg Lovell. You got a lot of guys out here with some good sets of wheels.
Folks, these are our upcoming races on JTN presented by TWB Technologies. Together, we are better. Tune in April the 17th. That's this very Saturday for the kickoff of the USORL Play-Oofs, not playoffs, Play-Oofs, from the Iowa Speedway in Newton, Iowa. It's coverage beginning at 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Then the Hobo Cup Series makes their return to JTN right here at Richmond. Coverage beginning at 8:50 on Tuesday, April 20th. April 22nd, we're back live once again with the Bomb Squad Racing League Cup Series. Next from Talladega. First super speedway race for these boys here on JTN. It's going to be a hoot. Coverage beginning at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Then the USORL Cup Series takes their talents to the Rockingham Speedway in Rockingham, North Carolina, the following Saturday, April the 24th. And then April 25th, that's Sunday, Hobo Truck Series from Hadesburg at 8:50. All those times, of course, live on JTN. And to make sure you never miss a live show here on JTN, make sure you are subscribed and you hit the little bell icon to get notifications anytime we upload a video or go live right here on youtube.com/JoeTowNetwork. Pace car lights are off, so we'll turn off our upcoming races graphic and we'll get you a look at the lineup here for this restart. Robert Bockham, Magoo, row 1, Greg Lovell and Ricky J, row 2, row 3, Denny Daniels and Rick Craddock. Row 4, it's going to be the 103, Anelli, and the 66 of Terry Scott. Then RJ, Rusty, and Chevy Chase. BSR Chevy Chase. Round out the top 10 for this restart. And you see Aussie Bill and Monty Keller, Silver Bullet, and Brain Fade, Furco, Dan Lovell, and Keith MC. All the cars still active on track. No retirees just yet here from Richmond. Pace car makes its hard left turn down pit road as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing. Bockham with control. There he goes. Green flag back out at Richmond.
Really good start from Bockham there. Kind of a stumble by the 144. He's actually going to get side by side with Greg Lovell here in turn 2. He's going to let Lovell get to the inside of him.
At 088, really turning good through the center. Magoo in the wall off the corner. We also saw a big moment for the 193 through turns 1 and 2. Lovell going to go by for that second position. Ricky J now looking for third.
You see how much that 93 car's rotating. He just went from the top down to the middle there in 3 and 4.
Are Are you worried though watching that as a crew chief? Like that's a little too much, in my opinion, a little too much for my taste. But that much rotation.
He's got it under control. Ricky's a good driver. He's got it under control. As a crew chief, you want that on just barely on the edge of control there. You want it whatever. You want whatever's fast, and clearly that 93 car is fast. Gets the inside the 088 here, and he makes the pass. A little touch and go there, but BSR Ricky J up to that second spot just ran his best lap on the track.
Volvo cut him a break there.
Fastest lap of the day so far here on lap 45. Oh,
Caution.
we have another caution. My goodness.
See what happens here. Like Furco and Aussie Bill involved. Get you a replay.
Looks like the 096, a BSR Chevy Chase, just miscalculated a little bit. Tried to shoot for the gap right in front of Aussie. Bill didn't realize, I guess, that how much of a fender Bill still had on him. Just hooked him there.
Yeah, just didn't. Spotter called clear, and he was not clear.
That was a pretty steady spin though by the 096. Smacked the passenger side like car up against that outside wall. So probably not a lot of damage on that 096 machine. You know, beyond what you'd usually get for side slapping the wall. A lot of guys gonna stay out this time by, which makes sense since we didn't really even do a full lap, or we only just did one lap.
I think we've kind of seen the tires don't really mean too much. I'm sure, you know, we'll talk with these guys after the race and they'll be like, oh yeah, tires were so huge tonight. But, I don't know. I've kind of seen it as, I want track position. Especially with this, the way this race is played out. When you get cautions like this early in a race where you keep having these like 5, 4, 3 lap runs, track position is really key because you're putting cycles on the tires, but really you're not doing any wear to them, right? You're not doing any real heavy wear. So, I don't know. I would take the track position right now. But then, of course, you'll finally get a long green flag run. You got to pit 14 laps before somebody, and that, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell you.
Oh, I got the 388 off in the grass here. In Lovell. Well, sure why he's over in the grass.
He's just helping the groundskeeper.
Well, it looks like it just kind of came down the track. Oh, looks like he was trying to catch the field, and actually the car kicked out on him again, same way as last time, and just went down through the grass to make sure it was out of everyone's way as he recovered the vehicle. On the track here, looks like this is going to be a good restart here, Joe, though. BSR Ricky J right alongside Robert Bockham. Ricky J's got a fast little hot rod there right now. Actually beat Robert Bockham's best time by 1/10 of a second. Robert Bockham's best lap time at 21.649. Mind you, that's fast. I think that's a hair off of his qualifying time. His qualifying time was he ran at 21.361, so that's a few tenths off. But fast lap he's ran so far in race stream has been 21.6. Ricky J's ran 21.5 on that last run.
Hey, they got some speed in those cars, wouldn't you say?
Almost 2.00 0.200 seconds faster. That 93's got some speed in it. That Mustang's got some
ponies under it.
Got some ponies under that Ford hood of it.
That was an awkward sentence.
You know what I mean?
That was a woo-wee.
Got some car juice going in that old Echo Rock.
All right, catchphrase man. Robert Block and Ricky J, row 1. Greg Lovell, Magoo, row 2. Denny Daniels, and the 22 ski machine of Rick Craddock. I just like saying ski machine.
Ski machine. Yeah,
103 at Nelly, machine. 66 Terry Scott. Oh, 388 again going up the track back there with the 2. Then Monty Keller and Silver Bullet rounding out your top 10 for this restart, which will come.
Joe, the 021 of Aussie Bill is actually retired from the event.
Oh no,
that's unfortunate.
You hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Those nights where you're done before halfway, those are the ones that hurt the most. But getting ready to go back. Green flag racing about 30 laps away from halfway. Robert Bauckham leads him to green, and we're back underway at Richmond.
Bauckham can't get away from the 193 there. Ricky J gonna get a really good run here to turn 2. We'll see if he can get a run off. He's there. Oh, big wiggle by that Voiles trucking machine, but they're going to stay side by side here.
I was going to say, there were a lot of big wiggles throughout the pack. Ricky J trying to hold steady on the outside. Bauckham with a good run through the center. He's going to lead the lap, but that 193 holding tough on the outside.
The problem is, he's got so close in lap time. I just don't know if he can make that pass on the high line. He's going to start looking low down here and see if he can get a run on Bauckham.
For the back, looks like there was a battle for second to brewing between Lovell and Magoo. They hold off for now, but we'll continue to watch this battle for the lead as Ricky J all over the back bumper of that Chevy SS of Bauckham.
The 93 Ricky J kind of lets up a little bit more than Bauckham. I think he's trying to set up that turn just a little differently, see if he can get a better center off. Right now, between those two, it's going to be a game of oh, we got another caution here, the 028 of Monty Keller.
Armor roll. See what happens.
Seems like Monty Keller isn't.
No, looks like 388 got into him.
Yeah. It's tricky here because you're kind of taking a bunch of different lines. There's a few different ways that you can go around here. Monty Keller was having to slow up a lot to take that high line, and then so these guys came in taking that middle line. Much higher rate of speed. Hard to slow down for that.
Especially in the corners.
Yeah. Cars coming down pit road. Ricky J just deciding last minute to stay out. So does BSR Magoo, and oh, Ricky J almost got them back to Magoo.
Ricky J was like, that's my lap to lead, Magoo.
They hit the go-go pedal there, and I think they both didn't expect the pace car to show up that quickly.
Just stop.
BSR Chevy J staying out as well in that 096 machine, so that's going to make an interesting little bit of strategy here. These guys going to stay out on old tires, and Ricky's going to have a little bit of a buffer with the 144 and the 96 around him on whoever comes out off the pit road first. Looks like everyone's taking 4 tires on this stop, so I don't think anyone's going to beat Robert Bauckham off pit road.
Heyo.
Bauckham leads off, but Rich Craddock with a great pit stop there. Might have actually taken 2 tires. Leapfrogged a ton of guys there.
Oh, I think took 2 tires. It's this 28 of Keith MC.
Yeah,
Big
Keith
gainer
MC.
on pit road.
Keith MC's got a really fast car, too. He's got one of the fastest best laps on track. Not as fast as Ricky J's, but comparable. Actually, like faster than, or right on line with Bauckham's. Those 3 guys, Robert Bauckham, Ricky J, and Keith MC, are all very fast right now. All running very similar lap times. And Keith MC's been clocking them up still further back in the field. So I think he's just trying to get that track position back right now. 2 tires might hurt him a little bit in the long run, but with that kind of speed, I think that's a worthy gamble to be making right now.
And my opinion is take the track position if you can get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We saw... I had a thought, and I lost it. Oh, Chevy Chase went down pit road that last time, so he goes to the back of that 096 Vaseline machine. Magoo now coming down pit road. Oh, you gotta stay out, Magoo. Take a risk.
It's pronounced Chevy, not Chevy.
Chevy.
Not a car. It's like
Bye,
Chevy.
bye, Miss America. I drove my Chevy to the levee.
Chevy to the levee. Driving your Chevy to the levee. But Keith MC here.
I hope we're cracking people up.
Spot now.
I hope we're cracking people up.
Everyone's gonna get mad that you don't know Chevy Chase from anything.
I know him from Community.
You don't know how to say his name.
I said it right every other broadcast.
I've never
Rickford.
seen Christmas Vacation. That's like a rite of passage.
I'm gonna try to sell some stuff because you're being this way. Check out JTN Throwback logo merch now available on the JTN merch store. We got hats. We don't have hats. We have hoodies, t-shirts, and stickers as well.
We're gonna add hats.
Dude, I wish I could have it. I wish I could add hats because it would be so cool to have some
spring.
JTN hats. It's just spring now. Hoodies,
spring, yeah.
shirts, stickers, and there's all kinds of other options there on the JTN merch store with all different available options, including our normal JTN logo, as well as a bunch of different car designs. You can check those all out at the JTN merch store. It's linked in the description below, and that's a great way, if you have the means, of course, to help support us here at JTN, because that helps support equipment updates and all of that jazz.
And I can attest, I'm wearing one of those shirts right now, and it's pretty cozy.
Pretty cozy, nice and
Pretty
soft.
dang cozy.
I mean,
nice
you could
and
sleep in the
soft.
shirt.
It's a good material. What do you think I'm gonna do later?
Ricky J getting ready to lead him back. Baucom, Craddock, Keith MC, Lovell, Daniels, Nelly, Scott. Saw Furco there on the outside of row 5. Couldn't see who was on the inside of that row. Silver Bullet in the 4. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing on lap number 58. And we're back underway here at Richmond. And Baucom beats him to the line.
Yeah, BSR Ricky J looks like he stumbled just a little bit on that start. Maybe the tires spun, but he's gonna have the preferred line here coming into turn 1.
I was gonna say he really forced that 118 up the track. Took the middle line, so Baucom kind of had to take that extra long way around the track. So Ricky J up to the lead, but car coming off the bottom. That's gonna allow Baucom to get to the inside.
Yeah, Ricky J doesn't want to leave that bottom open. Now Baucom's going to be coming down there. See if Ricky J can throw it in deep. He's really good with this corner entry when he wants to be. Got to hang tough on that high line. They're going to be side by side coming down the back straightaway.
Side by side down the back straightaway and down into turn number 3. Baucom coming up the track a little bit of twitchy there with the transponder on the 118. Now side by side for a second. That's Keith MC making his way back to the front of the field.
Yeah, that 28 of Keith MC is something fast here tonight. Made his way all the way up to the field. He's on 2 tires. He's on 2 tires as well. Well, he's not on 2 tires as well. Baucom took 4. Keith MC only took 2, and he's pretty much staying right in tow with the leader right now.
Doing a good job. Baucom starting to stretch his lead. That's the guy, though, that I think... You look at Baucom and the way he runs these short tracks. He's just so good at saving the tires. Keeping some tread on those good years, and that ends up paying off more times than not. Greg Lovell in the 088 trying to make a pass on this 22 of Craddock. This for the 4th position. Can't get it done that time through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's there. Craddock's kind of taking a high line again. It looks like that car's backing up the track just a little bit, and that's going to let Lavelle get a run on the inside here. Lovell, I said Lavelle, my bad. Taking the inside into turn 3. He should be able to complete the pass here coming off. I think he's clear. Yeah, he's clear.
He's clear for that 4th position. Now Denny Daniels sets his eyes on that ski machine, the 22 Chevy of Craddock. Daniels in that 37 Auto Owners Toyota, starting to hunt down to get back into this top 5 again.
You know, right when Robert Baucom started to check out from these guys, the 28 of Keith MC runs as fast as lap on track, 21.546. Leaders for 21.555. These guys are starting to get their cars hooked up here.
Ricky J loose in the corner, and save it!
Gonna save it! Oh, just scuffs the wall, but what a save, Joe!
Your mic just clipped so much, Ricky. That's how you know that was a big save here on JTN.
I hit a frequency that I'm not supposed to. A little further up ahead here, Denny Daniels looking to the inside of Craddock. He's going to take the run to the inside. Craddock's going to be able to hold it off for a lap. That 37 of Daniels definitely looks like a lot faster than that 22 right now.
It's just hard to find a way around a guy, especially as the tires start to get older and older. You really have to work a guy over to kind of get around him. I mean, it's hard, right? It's hard on these older tires.
Yeah, it definitely is. Right now, speaking of those older tires, though, Keith MC, those left sides really aren't equalizing with Robert Baucom running very even with the 118 car. I'm not kidding when they say, I know lap times, all I'm talking about up here, flapping my gum, but they are, honest to goodness, just running identical lap times, lap after lap here. The difference being to quite literally a couple of hundredths here and there. These guys are very similar right now, but again, Keith only has 2 tires, so makes you wonder over a long run what it would be like with 4.
Still watching the battle for 5th. Daniels to the inside of Craddock. Finally has the fender to the rear quarter. Craddock not clear. See how these guys go down into 1 and 2. Really close. Causes Daniels to check up a little bit, but he makes the pass. Nonetheless, move that 37 back up into the top 5.
It looks like Craddock's car. Again, he took some of that tire strategy. I think he only took 2.
Yeah.
If he didn't take any, he took 2, but he did not take 4. I think, it was 2. So, kind of in this hornet's nest here, guys that took 4. If his car's not handling great, I would imagine those 2 tires are going to hurt it a little more. I think the track position was still worth it. It's still running here in the top 5. But it does look like the handling's going away in that car just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Right now, though, our leaders are just absolutely pulling away from BSR Greg Lovell in the 088 car. It's all 3 seconds, almost 3 seconds, slow over 2.5. Greg Lovell is behind our leaders right now.
And that's a big gap at this, 0.750 miles speedway, 3/4 of a mile. I guess that was the easier way to say it, but
that's a lot.
2 seconds is a lot when we're running 21, 22-second laps.
Yeah, so it's really easy. Excuse me. Oh, we got the 028 Monte Keller around at turn 1, and that's going to bring out a caution.
Let's get you a replay.
Like, Keller was racing with these guys up here. Took it to the inside of the 388 of Dan Lovell. And I don't know, it looks like he might have just thrown it in too deep trying to make that pass. The rear end just sort of steps out on him, and he can't hang on to it. Big slow up there. Great job by Furco not to get into that more in the 49 brain fade. 028 just kind of goes for a slide, doesn't hit anything. So everyone involved, no worse for wear.
Probably need to give those other guys some Armor All wipes though for their seats. I'd assume.
Yeah, you probably need more than Armor All for that. You probably need some like industrial stain cleaner. I'd say it's like my voice crackles because I don't have a water here.
We get JTN Catering up to the booth.
Get JTN Water Services. The dirty hose with the JTN logo on it.
Hey, now.
Keep the inside of the hose clean. That's all that matters.
It would be a toilet bowl because Bristol would be bringing the water.
That's okay.
No?
Okay. There it is. You can get weird. I'm not allowed to say weird things, but you can.
I was just making the thing dogs drink out of a toilet bowl. Although I've never caught him doing that, because I always make sure my dog has water.
Yeah. Also, I shut my bathroom door.
Oh yeah, that's another... He doesn't like going in the bathroom, because that means he's going... Sometimes that means he's going in the bathtub, you know?
Yeah, my dog's the same way. He knows that... he knows in the bathroom, no problem, but he knows when he's getting a bath, because the bathtub running has a very particular sound. And no one else takes a bath in the house.
Oh, poopy, we're about to take a bath. I don't want to do that.
I've heard this song before, the Siren Song of Death.
NASCAR fan 333 tuning in. No, he pit.
Saving a little bit.
He pit.
Did he pit?
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
I am right. I'm usually right.
A little foolish.
Little foolish.
A little foolish.
Just a little bit. Not doing that song again, though.
Yeah, well, see, it looks like Furco's going to come down pit road this time. I think because Furco just staying out and just getting those laps led.
Yeah.
Not bad strategy. Just kind of have that on the board. Say you let a couple of laps and then don't really specify as to why. Yeah, well, I mean, get points for leading a lap. I don't think leading 3 caution laps is going to get you most laps led.
Right.
I might be wrong.
I mean, it could.
Could be wrong. I'd like to be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, though. Now this is going to be a fun restart here. 2 leaders that started the race here. Keith MC back up into this front shuffle with that 28 Haviland machine. Now on 4 fresh tires, so he's on even footing now with Robert Bauckham. These guys are running basically identical lap times. We'll have to see what this does. 4 tires for Keith MC, if that gives that car just a little bit more oomph. I would imagine so. But we'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. I'll have to see.
Folks, for all your diecast needs, check out our sponsor, CircleBDiecast.com. Use code JTN at checkout. You'll get free shipping on your order of $20 or more. If you use that code, you also go and help support us here at JTN. Again, that's code JTN at checkout, CircleBDiecast.com or PlanBSales.com. They got diecast, hats, shirts, and more. CircleBDiecast.com, code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. You buy a 124, it's already over $20, so bada bing, bada boom, you get a new 124, your favorite race car driver, and you're going to get free shipping thanks to JTN. Again, use code JTN at checkout, free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Balkum getting ready to lead us back to the green. Keith MC on is outside. Lovell, Daniels, Craddock, Scott, Nelly, Johnson, or Ricky J. Whoopsie. And then Chevy Chase and Silver Bullet. BSR, Chevy Chase, and Silver Bullet. Rounding out your top 10. Balkum leads us back to green. He's going to try to get a little bit better of a restart here, and he does. Green flag back out at Richmond.
You can physically see with that 28 shifting into second gear that it does not have the same acceleration as Balkum, but it doesn't seem to matter for Keith MC right now. Threw it in deep there into the turn. They're going to be side by side coming down the straightaway.
I was going to say, you say that as they're side by side coming off of turn 2, now side by side going into 3. And Keith on the outside trying to make it work. Mac Daddy on the outside, Balkum on the inside. Still as they go down into 1 and 2, and Balkum concedes the position to Keith MC.
Balkum's got to be careful though, because he could let up a lot there. That's going to let Greg Lovell get right to his back bumper. That one 88 is pretty fast here too. He doesn't want to lose another position if he wants to make another charge of this 28 car. Is
Balkum saving his stuff maybe a little bit more? Notice that, you know, and this is something we saw a few weeks ago, that 28's really quick on the short runs compared to the 118, but the 118 kind of the car comes back to him throughout a long run.
Yeah, he could be saving right now. You know, we said before, he runs. He's so good at these short tracks. He's got down to his science. It really wouldn't surprise me if he's intentionally just sort of reeling back just a hair so that doesn't burn out all of his stuff. Look at him burning up though. That 93 is blazing out there. Went right to the inside of Nelly, passed him like he was standing still, puts him up to the 6th spot. So BSR Ricky J is starting to come back from that save earlier.
Again, that loss of track position. How frustrating is that for you as a driver?
Very frustrating, especially when it's something by your own hand. You're just sort of like you're kicking yourself. Oh, Robert Balkum into the outside wall a little bit. Really tight off of turn 2. Bounced off of there. Gonna let Greg Lovell kind of snake bite him if he's not careful. But for right now, it looks like that Balkum's got the speed to kind of recover from that.
Superman has a little dent in his armor, it looks like right now. Although I don't think Superman wears armor. A little rip in his cape. How about that? That's probably better.
Yeah. A little ding in his sidewall.
Yeah, that.
They're on track right now. Oh, the 19 of Furco sideways off turn 4. He saves it. Down on the apron. Looks like that car is spinning for a whole half a lap there. He just hung on to it.
Throughout the field, pretty much single file. It's Keith MC in this Haviland machine out front. Mac Daddy, as he likes to be called, in this Ford Fusion with Davey Allison's scheme.
A whole lot of cars here. Robert Balkum, Greg Lovell, Denny Daniels, Rick Craddock, and 93 BSR Ricky J. And look, Ricky J is getting right up to the back bumper of that 22 Craddock, and he's looking. Denny Daniels to the inside of Lovell here, too, coming into turn 1. Daniels going to make the pass.
Lovell gives up. He just kind of gave up the position there. He was like, okay, you know what? I don't want y'all over my back bumper no more.
Denny Daniels, that 37 Toyota, is putting up some fast laps right now, too. Actually faster than our leaders, so I can see why he'd want to just let him on by, because it looks like Denny Daniels' car is coming to him quite a bit in this longer run.
Oh, he's in the wall.
Off the wall. You don't do that. You don't want to
That's why you can't say things. That's an announcer jinx right there, if I've ever seen one.
Oh, I see how it is. It's only jinx when I say it.
When have I jinxed somebody? I don't recall.
Yes, I'm sure there's proof of it. I just can't remember. Rick Craddock goes to the inside of the 088 here. Looks like Lovell is starting to have some handling woes with that 088 machine. Kind of gave the 37 the spot, but it seems like he's kind of fallen into the grasp of the 22 and the 93 here, and he's got to lose 2 spots here. Drop back to the 6th position.
That's got to be frustrating, too. I mean, you're running up there with the leaders the last run. We're getting a bunch of short runs, and you're looking really, really good.
Yeah,
And then
now
what-
you're
now
just
that
sort of falling.
Yeah, now we got a little bit of a longer run. You kind of feel the car going away. But that's where, like, you want these runs early in a race. You don't want them just after halfway, because it gives you more time to make adjustments on the race car for those long runs. I would assume that 088, they're going to do something. They're going to, you know, take some wedge out of it, raise the track bar maybe, just to make it a little looser for the duration of the run. But man, oh man, or maybe play with tire pressures a little bit. There's things you can do. Ricky J, though, there's a ton of things. Gotta love NR 2003.
Yeah, right now, though, Keith MC really been having to deal with Robert Bauckham the past few laps. Bauckham's starting to come back. He said it. That 118 car kind of comes to life over this long run. He's very slowly been starting to reel back in that 28 car.
There's a lot of
93 Ricky J to the inside, the 22 coming down the front straightaway here. Decided to cut you off. 93 up the third spot.
I love it, because anytime once I like go to show the other thing, of course that's when he decides to make the pass.
Don't blame me. Blame him.
Goodness. Well, you're Ricky too, so I mean,
We'll yell at him when we interview him later.
guilty by association.
Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. I jinxed it. 93 or after 22 gets into him. That's going to be another caution.
And just as that caution came out, Bauckham got by the 28 of Keith MC.
Oh, my word. That was a hard hit, too, Joe. Oh, the 2 just gets by the 93. The 19.
I just hope Ricky J's okay.
There's Bauckham coming back by. Looks like Ricky J can't get that car rolling.
What's up with that? Let's see what happens.
There it is.
Car gets loose. It looks like coming off the quarter.
Yeah, it looks
really
like
late.
It.
And that was
trying to chase it up the track.
Craddock, nowhere to go, makes contact.
Yeah, that's a weird shot for Craddock. Hard hit for Ricky J there. Lucky that 93 just flip over.
You ever see it? He had a tumble in opening practice where he was all the way up a light pole. Don't know how it happened, but I look out the window and he's waving at me. I don't have to look down. He's just all the way up in the sky somehow. I don't know what kind of magic that was, but
Hey, that's no brainer, Joe. Everyone coming down pit road this time. Now, the question is, who takes 2 tires now?
yeah, one more look at the incident there. You see just a hard hit from the 22. 22 is going to have some engine damage. 93 most likely as well. 93 going down a lap. 193 going down a lap.
193 actually is back on the lead lap, it looks like. I guess he was scored on the lap when the caution came out.
But he's A-okay. Yeah, because he was spinning before the line, wasn't he?
Yeah. Let's see, it looks like everyone's going to take 4 tires. No one's going to take that gamble on 2 this time. Rightfully so, honestly, with a
little bit of a longer run.
Yeah, a little bit of a longer run. Those left sides are a little fried right now. But Robert Bauckham going to win the battle off pit road. Keith MC second, Denny Daniels third, Rick Craddock in fourth, and Greg Lovell in fifth.
I'm sorry, Rick. We keep doing that to you, and that's not fair for you and the ski machine.
But saying Rich instead of Rick.
Yeah. Pace car a little lonely out there after everyone came down pit road. That's okay. Here comes his buddies. Let's talk about our upcoming races here on JTN one more time. Remember, we'll be live Saturday night. First race of the playoffs in the USORL Cup Series from Iowa. You don't want to miss it. Coverage beginning at 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Then we're back with the Hobo Racing Cup Series right back here in Richmond. So I'm gonna fly out to Iowa. Ricky's gonna stay here and make sure all the equipment doesn't get tampered with. Well, because we'll be back here next Tuesday, April the 20th. With the Hobo Cup Series here at Richmond. Then April 22nd, next Thursday, back again with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Talladega. You're not going to want to miss that one. 9:05 p.m. Eastern. The USORL Cup Series heads back to Rockingham for another barn burner of a race. Coverage beginning at 10:40 p.m. Eastern, April 24th. Saturday, April 24th. And then April the 25th, the Hobo Truck Series from Hadesburg. Coverage beginning at 8:50 p.m. on that Sunday as well. You'll watch a little Talladega racing that Saturday, Sunday, and then you'll come watch some JTN racing because, of course, we're the better Obviously, right, Ricky?
Hey, got it.
Come on, I need a little swagger. I need a little
swag, a little bit bragging that we don't have.
braggadocious.
Braggadocious.
We're not confident in ourselves. Everyone tells us we do a good job, but boy, oh boy.
A wee bit of brag-a-lag-a-ding dong.
Robert Bauckham, Keith MC, Row 1, Denny Daniels, Rick Craddock, Row 2, Row 3, Greg Lovell, and Magoo, BSR Chevy Chase, and Nelly in row number 4, and rounding out your top 10, Terry Scott and Brain Fade in that 49 Dodge Dart with some pizza on the hood.
I do like me some pizza pie.
We're gonna go back green flag racing, 63 laps remaining in this one. It's gonna be a sprint to the finish at this rate, Ricky. These guys about to get a good run going. Of course, I knock on wood, probably just jinxed it. Pace car makes its way down pit road for this one. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Bauckham with control of the restart, and there he goes. Green flag back out at Richmond, and he gaps that 28 car.
Yeah, gaps on the 28's got to be careful. That 37 of Danny Daniels is trying to get a note to the inside as well. Looks like the 28's going to hang on to it coming off the turn. But they're just side by side deeper in the field here, fourth on back.
Craddock there in the 22 to the outside of Greg Lovell. This the battle for fourth. Lovell going to have the preferred lane if he wanted to take it. He chooses not to. Gets back in line, goes high through 1 and 2. Bauckham extending his lead right now.
Here, Keith MC, you don't want to see that right now because you know Bauckham's got a good long run car. If he gets away from you now, you don't know what he's going to be like later. You might just get even further away. And Denny Daniels, speaking of long run cars, really came to life last run as the laps started ticking away on those tires.
And that's kind of the opposite thing we saw from that 37 team in Atlanta. I know, completely different racetrack and layout and probably a completely different car. That they have no similarities. They're probably foreign to each other, but we saw that 37 had a lot of short run speed at Atlanta about a month or so ago, and now showing some long run speed. That's got to be promising, especially because he's showing some short run speed here too.
Oh, 28 Monte Carlo route on the back stretch. No caution though.
We'll stay with our top 3 as they're separated by, probably about 2 cars. One in front of the 28, one behind the 28. Denny Daniels trying to make some ground up on Keith MC, and Keith MC trying to make some ground up on our leader, Robert Bauckham.
Yeah, Keith and Denny had a really good lap last time, but we'll see if this time looks like Bauckham gets faster again. But cut a little bit back into Robert Baukham's lead there 2 laps ago. So Keith MC's there. Still got that fast car. I imagine he's got to figure out a way to get some long run speed built into that setup from what you can do on pit road adjustments, which is very much easier said than done.
Very.
BSR Ricky J going to the inside of the 144. Magoo, he makes a pass on Magoo and he takes that 8th spot.
And we know that 193 is really quick. It's just he keeps losing the track position. Brought out that yellow spinning down the front straightaway last time, and hopefully not repeating that as he gets into the wall. I am just jinxing this guy way too much tonight.
You know, right now, Joe, you can almost kind of see it. It seems like Robert Bauckham really doesn't throw it deep into the turn early in the run. That might actually be where Keith MC is kind of getting snake bit on these long runs. That how much that 28 car throws it in early. And it manages to make a faster lap than Bauckham, but it might be coming at the price of those front tires. Denny Daniels, look to the inside. Denny Daniels.
I think he gave him a little
really
bump.
Fast. I think as soon as he starts getting some heat in those tires, that Auto Owners Insurance Toyota starts really picking up and makes it right on by the 28 of Keith MC. He's in the second spot here, coming off turn 4.
You can't
He's
say
gonna get to have a battle with Bauckham.
You can't call it the chrome horn, but he definitely used a horn to move that 28 out of the way going into the corner. Gave him a little love tap.
The matte black horn, the plastic horn,
the Camry Slammy. I don't know. Slamry.
I do like the Camry Slamry.
Pretty good.
The Grand Slam Witch.
The Slaminator.
The Slaminator. I could say Grand Slam, which that's only if we get Denny sponsorship.
Oh my goodness. That's perfect.
Robert Bachman's still leading out here. See next time by what kind of lap time he's doing. He's clocking off compared to Denny Daniels because he's starting to really pick up some time here. Daniels actually a little bit quicker, so Denny doing a good job keeping even with this 118. We'll see what happens longer the run because it seems like both these cars are of a similar breed right now. That just the more we're out here, the faster they get.
And lap time's starting to come down, right? They're not running as fast as they were when this. Not really? My goodness, I know nothing.
Bachman's best laps are 21.555. Same thing with Denny Daniels, 54.54. Daniels big wiggle off turn 2 there. They ran about 21.7s last this time by. I think they ran 21.6 last time by.
They're gonna be coming up on some laps
right now. It's pretty comparable.
Couple laps here. They're gonna be.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Couple laps here. They're gonna be coming up on some lap traffic. But Ricky running comparable lap times right now.
Yeah, running comparable lap times to each other, and also kind of to what they were doing earlier in the race. There's not as big of a fall off, I think, than what you would expect here. Robert Bachman just running a 21.695.
How much would you want to know about the lap times if you're behind the wheel? Like,
behind the wheel,
is that something? Because they're,
we got a caution out now. It doesn't matter. Ford BSR Silver Bullet around to turn 1.
Oh no! And looks like a little bit of damage to the nose. Looks a little flatter. Get you a replay.
I don't know, Joe. Looks like he just went in too deep into the turn, spun it out, and
I don't think he hit anything.
Yeah, a full 180. Sort of nestled it up in that top line. Didn't hit anything. 180
kickflip, sick, nasty trick, bro. Silver Bullet going around. A-okay there. Let's everyone get on by. That's some good heads-up driving. And make sure to get back going.
Yeah, these guys can come down pit road. Now they got a little bit of an option. Some of these guys might be able to kind of cheese it with 2 tires. 2 stays out. BSR RJ Rusty. I think he's no, he's not a lap down, so Rusty's staying out. See if anyone takes 2 tires here. I think by and large most of these guys are going to take 4, but there might be one brave soul or 2 that decide to give that a shot.
We'll see what happens. We have our camera set up here at the pit exit lines. If anyone decides to make a little strategy call. Sounds like someone's...
Look like it.
Everyone revving the engines, getting ready to go. Baucom leads them back off pit road. It was a close battle there for third. Or second, rather.
Let's see what scoring gives back on that. But everyone takes 4 tires here. No one really... I thought we'd get one person taking that gamble on the 2 tires, but no one took the bait on that, it seems.
They were like, nah, Ricky, you're wrong.
RJ Rusty coming down this time, so he got his lap led, so he's happy.
And again, apologies to the 2 teams for not having the wrap in here. Ricky, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Sleepy. I'm sleepy, but I'm good.
Not because of this race, though. We've both had...
No, it's a very long day.
Yeah.
Well, I slept last night, a long day. All work and no play makes me very sleepy in most situations.
All work and no play. We're busy boys. BBBs.
Busy as the beaver.
Busy as a beaver. Are beavers known to be busy?
I mean, they build dams, so yes.
Whoa!
Oh, I'm sorry, they build darns. Is that correct? Can I say darns?
Darn. You gotta say it like a gong. Gong.
Gong. Darn. Darn.
Baucom going to lead him back to green this time. He's going to have Keith MC to his outside. Denny Daniels, not this time, next time most likely. Greg Lovell, then BSR Chevy Chase and BSR Nelly. BSR Ricky J and Rick Braddock rounding out your top 10 here for this restart, assuming no one comes down pit road, and they don't. Why would they? Again, track position, track position, track position. I gotta put that on a shirt.
Track position, track position, track position.
Yeah, Ricky's key to the race. Track position, track position, track position.
Ricky's key to the race. Keys, and possibly keys.
We'll be going back green flag racing lap 118. Make sure, folks, if you haven't already, you hit that like button and subscribe for more great racing here on JTN. We got a full slate coming at you these next couple weeks, and you're not going to want to miss a moment of it. That's why you're going to hit that subscribe button. Click the bell icon to be notified anytime we go live. Woo-wee, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing once again. Just over 40 laps remaining in this one. Well, I'm getting ready, Ricky. I'm excited. Here we go. Getting ready to go.
I'm excited, too. Short track racing. That was fun. Coming to green. Robert Baucom leads him back. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
You stole that one. You just stole it.
I started talking over you, and I just sort of rolled with it. But Baucom takes the lead here for the 28. Keith MC. MC holds his line there, so he's going to hang on to that second spot.
Battle on for second. Denny Daniels to the inside. Greg Lovell to the outside. Daniels has had the better car. See if this 088 team made some good adjustments on that last pit stop.
Further back here, BSR Ricky J to the inside of the 103, and Nelly for that sixth spot. He's going to take it, and he's going to pull right up on the back bumper of Chevy Chase. Try to set up this pass.
Still all over the back bumper, not able to get it that time by. Our two leaders, though, checking out from the rest of the field once again here.
Yeah, you can see Keith MC. Look at the inside of that 118 of Baucom. He's got a fast car right now. I think he wants to get ahead of Robert Baucom here and start trying to see if he can gap him a little bit. Baucom washes up just a little bit in the center of the corner there, but he gets a pretty good drive off. Let's just see how much deeper Keith MC is throwing it into those turns than Baucom. That's where he's making up a lot of his time right now. They get right there. He's going to be right down on that paint to the inside line of the 118. He's getting a good run off the turn here. It's not going to be enough to get there. But if he throws it in deep here, he's going to be right knocking on that back bumper. His windshield's going to be full of Menards.
You want to save big money?
Yeah, at Menards.
I just zoned out there for a couple laps watching these two masters of the Richmond Raceway go to work.
It's just been back and forth, back and forth. They're both running very, very fast laps right now, too. Pretty much dead even. So it is very much a game of inches here on who's got the advantage on who. Keith, yeah, big wiggle. You guys see that's going to kill some of his time, though. It's going to be a little bit of a scrub. He's going to scrub some speed off on those rear tires. Oh, 28 of Monty Keller's around on the back straightaway, Joe. That's bringing no caution again. Waiting on it. No caution. Monty Keller stays going. We stay green. Apparently gets spin on the back straightaway and doesn't throw a caution. Robert Baucom just ran his fastest lap of the race here, 21.535, but Keith MC's hanging with him. Keith's running the exact same kind of times. Keith MC with a 21.487.
Ricky just loves his lap times, doesn't he?
That is far and away the fastest lap time in the entire race. No one's run close to a 21.4 yet.
Boy howdy, that 28 and driver are putting some work in late in the going here at Richmond.
Yeah, the only other guy on track that's running 21.4 at all those races, Denny Daniels there in that 37, and he's rearing down on these guys. He's running pretty much comparable to him. Ken's just been slowly trailing him in. Like I said, we know Denny's fast on this long run. If Keith can kind of keep Baucom in his sights and kind of keep him busy, that might fare really well for this 37 Toyota. Greg Lovell and BSR Ricky J battling for that fourth spot right now. Lovell's got the spot. Ricky J to the inside and doesn't seem to have the speed to pull it off.
two fast ponies. Can't call them fast cats because they're Mustangs. Trying to battle it out for the 4th position. Again, every point matters. Every position matters. Even if it's early on in the season, you want to beat your competition to a pulp. And Ricky J getting loose there through the center of the corner. Gonna back it up to BSR Chevy Chase. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Chevy.
Vaseline machine going by to get back into the top 5. And never mind, still side by side.
Leader's still running about dead even right now, so if it changes, we'll let you know. But Ricky J hanging tough on that high line here at the 96. Getting a good run here coming into turn 3, but it's hard to hang on to that high line here. You can see this is where he's going to lose it, where the 96 rotates center off, and there he goes.
BSR Chevy Chase moving back up into the top 5 in that 096 car. Oh, now he's getting loose through the center. Sorry, Ricky, but now, Ricky J trying to make a move to the inside, couldn't get it done.
These guys came with a lap car, Monica Keller.
And he's around on the entrance to turn 3, no caution.
22, Rick Craddock trying to race a 103 for position there. Almost got side by side with them coming off the turn. Doesn't seem you have the speed for it just yet.
Ricky J going back to the... Ooh!
Big moment for Ricky J. He saves it. He's going to lose some spots there.
The racing gods...
The 096.
The racing gods do not want Ricky J to pass the 096 car. They just don't.
A little further up to our leaders here, Joe. They're all running same lap times right now, like identical lap times. But the issue is that Keith MC kind of spent a few laps, had some handling issues for a lap or two there, and actually lost about, I don't know, half a second to, well, he's about a half second behind our leader right now. He lost a couple of attempts to get to that point from a few bad laps. Kind of a tough deal for Keith MC right now because we're running such close lap times. If he was still on the closer to 118, he'd be right on his back bumper just staying there, but really got to work now to kind of find some extra time on track. Ricky J to the outside, 49 a little further back. A BSR brain fade looked to the inside, couldn't pull it off. Brain fade is on the lead lap. Ricky J is back to the 9th spot.
That 193 just gets so loose here. Once we get about 20 laps on the tires, it's just, my goodness. I don't know how he holds on to that car normally, and then it gets that loose, and I'm just like blown away by the skill of that driver. Yeah. Oh, Denny Daniels loose on entry. He saves it.
A big wad back here with Furco, Rusty, and Dan Lovell all racing for position 13th, 14th, and 15th. And they get all sorted out, which is probably good timing because the leader's coming down the front straightaway right now. He's got to catch these guys in a couple laps. About 4 lap cars up ahead here that kind of keep interchanging positions. And our leader's going to come up on them very shortly here, coming down the back straightaway. These guys coming out of turn 4.
Robert Blockham just trying to run 24 more good laps. That's all he needs. I know that sounds like a lot, but that's all he needs to close out this race at Richmond. Just got to run clean. Hope that those lights don't change to a different color. Flagman doesn't wave his hand until we get back to the white flag. That's what you're hoping for if you're the driver of this 118 car right now.
Yeah, and he's got to be very careful here because he's just getting closer and closer to these lap cars. They've all thinned out a little bit. There's Monty Keller, there's Furco, there's Dan Lovell, and there's BSR RJ Rusty. But you want to be careful coming around these guys because a few of them, we've seen Furco have it, we've seen Dan Lovell have it a few times. So these guys have some handling woes. Monty Keller had a big problem earlier. As a leader, you want to make sure, one, that they're getting out of the way, but also that you're not getting caught in it if they accidentally overdrive the vehicle trying to stay with you or sort of let you by in a weird spot. Yeah, you just gotta make sure you get past these guys cleanly.
You gotta do it clean, but you gotta do it easy. You don't want to maybe do anything to jeopardize how much good you got left on those tires, because you might need them for a late race restart. I mean, you might...
Not even just how much good you have left in tires, how much good you have in the car, how much, not damage you have. It should be all of it.
How much not damage you have. That's what you just said.
Yeah, exactly. 118 come up on the 2. It's going to be a weird spot. 118 can't get the run off the turn that he wants, but he's going to get by the 2 Rusty here. RJ Rusty coming into turn 1. There's one car down.
made it look manageable. But like you said,
around the track, but I can't figure out where it's coming from, so it's gonna be a mystery.
somebody's just having fun right now.
Come on, 388 Dan Lovell. 118's gonna get to the inside. Not really losing any time. The 28 Keith MC not really gaining any on the 118 here.
That's just where the 118 is really good, is on exit of the corner. You see that 388. Now we know 388 struggled tonight, hasn't had the best car underneath them. That happens, right? But you just see how tight that car gets on exit of the corner. Well, Bauckham here in the 118, his car just continues to look smooth and steady in this late run.
Yeah, that really is the name of the game here. Smooth and steady wins the race. Usually it's slow and steady, but that's, I guess, slow in the wheel is what smooth would be in this context, so it is slow.
The wheel steady, what was the Vince Welch call?
The wheel is steady in
racing
his hands.
redemption in his hands, and no redemption needed tonight for Robert Bauckham.
He
Won
wins
last
it.
week. Won last week at Martinsville, looking to do the Virginia sweep here early on in the season, 2 weeks in a row in the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series.
Monty Keller out some big handling issues here in turn 1. You gotta be careful because that's the next car Baukham's gonna be coming up on. He's coming up on him quick. But it looks like he gets it straight now. That 028's been having a lot of... There's something not right with that car right now with how it's set up. He's really fighting that thing as they're coming around here. And this is a car that you want to be careful around, because if he's fighting his car that bad, you really don't want to put that lap car in an awkward position. Because if he spins out, he can very easily collect you in that.
At 28, closing the gap a little bit here.
It's been about steady. It was about 0.92 for a little while, and then it was about 0.92 for a little while, and then he started to lose a little bit, and then Bauckham started catching traffic, and it closed back in. But now he's holding pretty steady.
Hold her steady. That's all you're asking.
Hold her
for.
steady. Sometimes that's all you gotta do is hold her steady. Come to the inside. 028 Keller's gonna really let him on by. Very good courtesy here.
That's a good race car driver.
Yeah, that's very good. That's A-class courtesy there. And now that's going to give Robert Bauckham kind of the open space that he needs to sort of keep hanging on to this lead. Right now, him and the 28 of BSR Keith MC holding very close. And, you know, Keith MC's not faster right now, but I think it does stand to say that he's holding a lot better than I think we thought he was gonna.
Mm-hmm. He's still there if a mistake happens, is what you're trying to say.
I think maybe he's got that car set up a little bit where he's starting to kind of figure out the wear on it. And just as I say that, he overshoots a turn.
You are a jinx tonight.
I am a big old jinx. Gonna lose a lot of time there. This went from 0.99 to almost a second and a half.
That gives Bauckham some breathing room.
We give Bauckham a lot of breathing room.
Look throughout the field, see if there's any battles. Does not look to be... Oh, Furco in the wall down the back straightaway right in front of Craddock.
Because they stay clean.
They stay clean.
What about Wadier, the 49 race at 388, racing the 088. 388, I think, is a lap down,
He
though.
is. A little bit of Lovell racing. Lets the field go on by clean. Next, they're going to try to get by this 19 of Furco.
Oh, we got a car with the 2 BSR RJ Rusty. Looked like he has a tire down
Oh, no.
off the racing surface. Just trying to get to pit row, but that right front's sunk into the ground.
That's not good.
That is not good.
And if you're Robert Bauckham right now, you're like, no, there's no debris
Oh.
on the track.
Joe,
What?
we missed the TWB 10 to go.
Ah, well. You know, that's just how good the racing's been. No, but seriously.
Yeah, 153, 160.
Well, it's our TWB, what? 7 to go now?
8 to go, so coming to 7 to go.
TWB 7 to go, presented by GardenLightsDirect.com. For porches, patios, to more, head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com for all your outdoor lighting needs. That's GardenLightsDirect.com. GardenLightsDirect.com for all your outdoor lighting needs. Presented by TWB. Let's do this together. Watching Keith MC right now, this 28 car has gotten wicked tight late in the run. Can I get your best wicked?
He's been wicked.
There we go.
Wicked tight.
That northeastern accent.
Northeastern from Boston.
Right now.
Oh, 93 BSR Ricky J off in the dirt here.
Oh, this ain't a dirt
he had
track.
a moment trying to save his car in the front trioval and was off in the infield grass.
Not a dirt track anymore. It was a dirt track originally.
Once upon a long time ago, it was.
Once upon a fairgrounds.
Track. Once upon a midnight dreary. Right now though, Robert Bauckham, pretty much completely open sailing. Keith MC now back to almost 3 seconds behind our leader. So Keith MC, now the car's falling off.
Bauckham a little loose there off the corner. Take it steady, buddy. You only got 4 laps left here. I mean, just easy now. Easy does it right now.
Yeah, really, it's no... At this point, honestly, I think even if we get a caution, that's going to be race of the 66 of Terry Scott. Big moment off of turn 2. Almost spun it. He saves it.
You can't say that C word, because then they think, oh, wait, should I? And
oh, the 2-car Rusty J just blew up.
Oh, no.
RJ Rusty. Clutches it, gets it off the track. It looks like we're going to stay green, though. So great heads-up driving by that 2-car to get it out of harm's way there, keep us green. Robert Bauckham clear sailing here as he comes into turn 3 here. Just circle off and come off turn 4 here to take the white flag.
Final time around, Bauckham sees that white flag, second week in a row with a big lead. Steady is the wheel in his hand, just to make sure no mistakes. No mistakes for this 118 coming off of turn number 2. Big lead back to the 28. I am making this sound a lot more dramatic than it really is. Really slow through turns 3 and 4. Makes it nice and easy. And coming to the checkered flag, Robert Bauckham wins it at Richmond and does the Virginia sweep.
That is an absolute dominant performance there by Robert Bauckham and Keith MC. Between the two of them, I think they led pretty much this entire race, with the exception of a couple laps here and there for Ricky J and a few guys that were staying out on cautions.
That happens, right? That happens from time to time.
That absolutely happens. It's short track racing.
It's just short track racing.
It's short track racing.
Robert Bauckham, burn it on down for these fans here in Richmond. He's getting really good at these burnouts, huh?
Oh yeah, well you won a lot. Got plenty of practice.
Look at the form.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Look at that fire.
Gets out of the car and waves to the fans and gives the checkered flag to a lucky young fan here at Richmond.
Lucky young fan wearing a Robert Bauckham t-shirt.
Love to see it.
Just love to see it.
Get you your post-race results here in a second. We'll talk with our top 3 drivers after this latest installment here in the Bomb Squad Racing League Cup Series. Folks, make sure if you haven't already, hit that like button to show us that you really liked what you saw. Comment down below if you're watching on the replay how you enjoyed the race. If you were in the race, tell us how your race went. Maybe it didn't go your way. Maybe we missed something. We always like to know if there's something we missed during the race. We'd like to, make sure you guys put your stories out there in the description. So if you're watching the race back, something crazy happened, tell us. I mean, these folks, they love our JTN fans. Are so loyal and they're so great. And I know they always look at the chat and they always like to see when drivers are down there and talking about how their races went. We'll get those. Well, let's start with our third place finisher tonight. Bringing him, he's down in the media center. He's got the headset on. Denny Daniels, driver number 37, Auto Owners Insurance Toyota. You got a copy there?
I got you.
Hey, Denny, let's talk about your race, because a few weeks ago we saw you in the 37 team. You had a short run car, and then tonight it seemed like you had a long run car. Was that? I mean, of course that's by design, right? You made the setup, but what goes into making that decision between having a short run car and having a long run car?
Well, you got to look at the track, what and kind of think about how many cautions you're going to have. I knew after a while we'd get going and we'd have some long runs in there, and so I pretty much I set up for a long run. I was wanting to roll the corners, and so that's pretty much how my thought process on that.
And then with the way this race kind of ran tonight, and you said it right there, right? Cautions kind of early. We got the long run there at the end to the finish. Were you a little worried that maybe you wouldn't get that long run to where you could really shine with this 37 car tonight?
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder there. I taped up on that last run and didn't get it tightened up enough to compensate, and so that's why I fell back there. But I think if I had just left everything alone and just run with the guys, I think I'd have had a better shot at it. But I'm okay with what we ended up with here tonight. You got some pretty fast guys, and Robert and Keith, them guys, anytime you can run with them, and I know Ricky had his problems, but anytime you can run with them guys, you're doing something.
Hey, and a third place finish, and plus you get to talk to us. I mean, come on, man. That's like the ultimate prize, right?
Oh, yeah. You bet. You bet.
That didn't sound like I forced that out of you or anything.
No. We've went too many TV races here, and so I want to just make sure tonight I got in the top 3 so I could come and talk to you.
Hey, and I'm glad we got to talk to you for the first time this season. We're going to do it more. Before we let you go, again, congratulations on the third place finish, Mr. Daniels. The floor is yours, sponsors, family, whoever you got to thank. Floor's yours, buddy.
Thank you, Joe. First, I need to thank my wife for allowing me to do this, and then the guys here at BSR for putting this on, and Kathy for sponsoring these TV races. It means a lot to be able to put this out there, and it helps to keep the community alive. And so I just want to go, and I just want to thank those people, and thank the broadcasters. You guys do a great job, and I appreciate you.
And we appreciate that. And I'm glad you thanked Kathy, because she's the actual one that puts this together. Everyone always thanking Brian. I mean, come on, guys. It's Kathy Voiles, not Brian. Brian he's just the messenger. But Denny, Thank you so much for talking to us after this race. Congratulations on the third place finish. Next week's Talladega. It's a wild card. I want to see this 37 car. I want to see it in victory lane next week. How's that sound?
That sounds good to me. We're going to go to work on that. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, thanks, Denny. Denny Daniels, driver number 37, Auto Owners Toyota. Well, now we move on to our second place finisher. He had a weird night, and I think he's got the headset on. He can probably hear me by now. We got old Keith, Keith MC Mac Daddy up here in the booth after a second place finish, a hard-fought second place finish, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. It was a good run. We were right there with Robert. I couldn't get off the turn the last 10 laps, 15 laps. I was so loose.
We saw that throughout the night. There were a lot of guys. The car they got evil, right? They kind of got evil at the end of the run. Why was that?
It's just old Richmond, this old Richmond track. Just like Darlington, Atlanta. They do the same thing. But it was a good race once we finally got going there.
And what was it like kind of coming back up through the field? Because I'm assuming you had to take you had to get out of the car to take a bathroom break is what I was assuming. I mean, you can tell us if that was true or not. But
Bush.
Okay, so you had to take a drink break.
The boys kept wrecking and I kept drinking and I was like, this ain't gonna work.
Take a sip every time there's a caution, right? Boy, howdy. Hey, you know, but you made your way back through the field with relative ease. We saw guys taking some strategy calls, 2 tires, and you were one of those guys that did it a little bit earlier to kind of gain that track position. Did you think that, I mean, it ended up working, but were you a little skeptical of the strategy, or did you have a lot of confidence knowing that you're a veteran of doing this thing?
No, I knew I had a really good car as long as I get the track position and you're not having to, you know, worry about people's breaking points and stuff. You can get back up front. Me and Robert was about the same. I could roll in a little better than him and he'd get off the turn a little better than me, but man, I knew once I got back toward the front, I'd be fine.
Got back towards the front, got up to second, led the second most laps. 2-2-2 across the board. A really great night, but I know you wanted to get into victory lane, Mr. Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
I was going for 3 in a row. I won Tuesday night at Hobo and I won last night here in the trucks and come up that close to 3 in a row.
Hey, it happens. Most people can't even win 2 races, let alone in 2 in a row. But before we let you go, Keith, you know the drill by now. Floor is yours, sponsors, family, whoever you got to thank. Your time to shine, buddy.
I would just say congrats to Robert. He had a great run. He was good all night. He's always good on long run. And give a shout out to my girlfriend, Pam, who's sitting in there patiently waiting on me to get done. And all the great guys and gals over here at Bomb Squad Racing. All the admins do a great job. Voiles Trucking, Joe and Ricky do a great job on the broadcast. So thanks, guys.
No, thank you. Keith MC, driver number 28, Haviland Ford. Mac Daddy. There you go. Up in the booth after a second place finish. Good luck next week at not Richmond. Tonight was Richmond. Good luck next week at Talladega.
Thank you, boo. Have a good one.
You too, Keith MC. Now we move on to the guy we talked to last week because he was the winner last week, and once again talking to him last because he's the winner and put on another dominant show. Robert Blockham, 118 Menards car. You already know that. Robert, you got a copy?
10-4, buddy.
Hey, he's got a copy. All right, let's talk about it because again, I mean, we can talk about being dominant. We did that last week. We asked those questions. What was there a lot? Could you carry anything over from last week's performance to this week, or was it just you just like racing in the state of Virginia?
I kind of run it the same way. Here, it was weird in practice. I mean, like, I would make, like, one click on one thing, and the car would just go totally erratic. So I just kind of went in with thinking, okay, I got to do the same thing I did last week, keep the heat off that right rear tire, you know, keep from that to me, that was the biggest factor, is keeping that right rear tire from getting hot, because once it got hot, it started really making people spin and not getting off the corners. So I really feel like that was the biggest outcome out of all of it, is just keeping that right rear from being so hot.
Well, you're the master at saving those tires, so I have a feeling you probably already knew how to do that, and you did it to perfection tonight, leading 122 of 160. Let's talk about cautions, because we kind of had that get up and go, stop, get up and, you know, we had that back and forth. I'm not going to ask how frustrating it is, but how hard is it to kind of get locked back into your mindset? You're ready to go race, and then you get a caution. Then you're ready to go race, and you get a caution. How hard is that to get back into the racing mindset?
Oh, it was really hard, especially here. This track is sort of like Martinsville. It's a timing thing. Once you get your time marks down, it kind of clicks throughout the race. But when we kept having them cautions, people think, oh, okay, we only run 3 or 4 laps, we're fine on tires. But being on a heat cycle, these tires go crazy once they get a heat cycle through it. And I think Ricky J seen that on his run. You know, we didn't have many laps, but the heat cycle was such a difference. So every time we had them cautions, just like, man, you just can't get a rhythm here. You know, it was just like, I want to get going so bad to get that rhythm, because I mean that's what this track is about. It's about a rhythm track, and if you don't get it, I mean it takes a while to get that rhythm going. And on that first run, or when we finally got that first run, I let Keith go because I just didn't feel comfortable with the pace we were running and seeing my tire temp. So, you know, I kind of let him go. And of course, I'm listening to y'all's broadcast. You gas me up every time.
That was my next question. Well, I'm glad to hear we got you again. We're getting. I feel like we probably deserve more credit for the success than you do.
Definitely. Y'all are like my spotter on the long run, you know, on the other end.
But Robert, another great run, another dominant performance on a short track. It's what we've come to expect from you and the 118 team. We're heading Talladega next week, though. Are you at all worried about that? Trying to go for 3 in a row here in the Cup Series?
I hate those tracks. I hate those tracks more than anything. I really, honestly, the only time I even run them is when I'm running for points, and I have to run them. And I usually don't even qualify to start in the back because it's not really, you're not gonna see me out there saving tires, that's for sure. So I mean, it's just one of them. You know, yeah, it takes a little skill, but you have to have a lot of luck, and you have to have good friends that's gonna work with you. So you know, we'll show up, we'll see what happens. Main thing is you got to be there at the end to win it. So that's just try to stay out of trouble and go from there.
Hey, you got to make sure you get those friends a couple drinks. I think they push you a little better if you do that, Robert. But
Keith, definitely. I know exactly what Keith likes to drink.
There you go. Robert, you know the drill by now. Congratulations again on the victory here at Richmond. Floor is yours. Thank all those fine folks that help support you.
Oh, definitely. I know you keep saying dominating, but it was far from that. Great job to Keith. I mean, really, Keith, Denny, Ricky J had his issues. He was up there. I mean, you had at least 6 or 7 cars that was up there. You know, it's one of them deals. You just got to be in the right spot at the right time. So, congratulations to all them guys. Like I said, Keith, man, I know you're probably listening. Awesome. Finally getting the race side by side with you. That was a blast. As far as thanking people, it's top notch on the top list for sure. Kathy Voiles. I hope you're out there listening, Kathy. Thank you so much for all you do. You and Brian make this league. You give us guys something to race for, and I just know we might not say enough, but it doesn't go unseen. Bomb Squad Racing, thank you guys for giving us a great open setup. I'm new to this open setup, but these guys have really made it easy to learn by helping me out. Of course, got to thank JT and Joe and Ricky. Do a great job. Even Bristol in the background, the mascot, they do a great job. And of course, the one and only, my wife in the background. Here she's cheering right now. It's crazy. I got my own cheering squad here. My wife Jennifer and my daughter Caitlin. I mean, not many wives and children spend their night cheering their dad on in the next room online. So that's pretty cool.
Hey, I love it. It's a family affair over there.
Definitely.
In that household. Robert, thank you so much for taking the time with us after the race. Congratulations. Celebrate this win, because it sounds like you're going to be in the doldrums next week at Talladega. You're not going to be a very happy boy. Yeah. Congratulations on the win. Robert Bauckham, driver of the 118 Menards Barrett Jackson Chevy. Ricky, drill by now. You know it. Sum up the race.
God, I can't say dominance because
he called us out for it too.
Called us out on
called
it.
us out.
God. I guess let's say short track skill, because we saw some good guys up there. It was just such great racing there. Those guys were just tracking each other down lap after lap, running identical lap times, and that's really admirable. How much of the race was just these guys running dead even with each other. Just locked onto each other, trying to find ways to slightly get an advantage. It was just good old-fashioned short track racing.
It was a lot about finesse tonight. It was about figuring out how to time your runs through the corners, figuring out where maybe your car was a little better than the next guy so you could set up the pass. And it's a high-level thinker, this Richmond Raceway. So, I mean, it just goes to show that you got some of the best, some of the smartest when it comes to making setups out front at the end of this thing. Folks, That's going to do it from us here at JTN. We'll be live next on Saturday. It's a late night, of course, with the United States Online Racing League Cup Series from the Iowa Speedway out in Newton, Iowa for the start of their playoffs, better known as playoffs, for you fans that aren't in tune with the USORL lingo. You're going to want to make sure you tune into that one because it's going to be a fun show. We'll break down how the point standings look before the race, and we'll definitely do our best to talk about them, how they shake out after the race, because again, we're going into playoffs. It's going to be a fun time there. Next time we're with Bomb Squad Racing, Ricky, it's Talladega next week, and that will be a barn burner. You're definitely going to want to hit subscribe. You're definitely going to want to hit the notification icon because you do not want to miss that race from Talladega, folks. But that's all from us here at JTN. For Ricky Collette, for Bristol, our producer, I've been Joe Towinski. Thank you so much for tuning in with us here on a Thursday night. We're just so happy that you choose to spend your time watching us here at JTN. Couldn't do without your support, and we just love you guys so much for all you do for us because you really help make this thing go. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time live here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're gonna be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're gonna be. Oh, Maverick! Oh, wide!
Who did that?
Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill is through the grass. It's gonna be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
All right, and they're wrecking behind them. We got cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down, but it doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Comes Musa. Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. So Musa gets it.